Such a beautiful view. Shame for it to be marred by this unsightly crash.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Invited to dine with a devil.
My teachings as a paladin gravely warned of dealings or interactions of any kind with the likes of devils. We'd be wise to avoid him.
Don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
Let me remind you that when dealing with a devil, you always draw the short straw. They will twist and connive any deal you make to solely benefit themselves, entirely at the expense of their foolish victim.
There's no such thing as an absolute certainty. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. Quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
What do you think the devil's ambition might be? I only know for certain it is nefarious in nature.
I'm the foggiest. But, based on the evidence before us, we can make certain deductions as to why he sought out our merry band. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, we say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
Anticipation. She is testing me somehow. About Raphael.
I get the feeling you have a particular point you'd like to make on this particular devil friend of ours.
Actually, yes, you're right. Very intuitive. Clearly the devil was trying to sow doubt among us. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food, us.
Do I detect a note of admiration? Dare I ask?
I respect his craft. As should you. Watch out for that devil.
Have no fear, he will gain nothing from me.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
What do you make of this devil that calls himself Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. don't you think?
I agree. With the right teacher, we can learn a great deal from them. Tell me, Will, what do you make of this devil, though?
Refuse him. No matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost will be too great.
Don't worry, Will. I have no intention whatsoever of entertaining his offer. I know one only loses in deals with devils.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Thank you, Will.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
He's not right. We still have options. We need only to find them.
Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait, nonsense. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. Someone that liked to play with people. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win.
We're not his playthings. I will not allow us to become tools of a devil.
Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary Mind Flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
Apologies. I'm unfamiliar with this Gith term you used. Kithrak, you said?
Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my Queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it.
Why were these knights of yours chasing the Mind Flayer ship?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Not to be rude, but what exactly are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
I can feel a strong thread of divine energy from his mere presence. Can an undead even radiate divine energy?
He has has a divine aspect, yes. A reflection of death itself. Eternal and inescapable.
I sense the divine within you. Are you a god's chosen?
I shall answer no further questions in that regard.
You were sorting something earlier. May I ask what you were doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Would these recruits you offer be joining me of their own accord?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
Can they be trusted, though?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Impressive. Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Resurrection is incredibly powerful magic. Very few priests can even achieve it. Why is such a feat so seemingly easy for you?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
You mentioned a cost for such a service. What does this cost entail?
A matter of coin.
Coin? I see an odd necessity for one such as yourself. Thank you.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Easy there, pup.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here? It's an utter bloodbath.
I told you to go!
Calm yourself, pup. I harm those only deserving of it, and I certainly do not wage violence on denizens of nature, lest they strike at me first.
There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
I'm sorry, but I don't think your friend will be waking up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
Can you tell me what happened to your friend?
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
What's your name, pup?
He calls me Scratch. You can do the same.
Pleased to meet you, Scratch. I'm Evelyn. You're welcome to travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
I understand. Tell you what, if he doesn't wake up, just follow my scent. I have a camp not far from here.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank
Poor thing. He can't accept his friend is dead. Hopefully he realizes it before long. I'll try to get more answers from this poor man's soul.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Gunwick.
What happened to you?
Back of Knolls. Claws. Teeth.
Why were you in the forest?
Letters. Delivery to Baldur's Gate.
Where did you keep the letters?
In bank. Standard issue.
Where are you from?
From Trail.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Murdered by a gang of gnolls. A vicious lot. You have to be wary.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil that Will has been hunting. Karlach, I presume.
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Stand down, Will. You saw what I saw. She is a victim of Avernus, not an instrument of it.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Gods, you're being stubborn. You saw her thoughts. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Listen to sense now. Don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
I'm Evelyn. Very pleased to meet you.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Wait, you want me to help you kill paladins of Tyr?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
Sounds like dirty work, if they're truly paladins as you claim.
Dirty work's the only kind I like. Gets even messier the more bodies you throw at it. Think of the potential.
I would meet these so-called paladins. Let's do it.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Paladins of Tyr follow the path of order and light. Something is amiss about this.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone sent you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? What have you done?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
I'd like some time to talk.
A devil and devil hunter standing shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Rather poetic, I think. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Karlach's got the brawn of a warrior and the wiles of a survivor. Best of all, she speaks her mind plainly and fully. Show her due respect.
I thought we were going to see some real sparks fly between Will and Karlach. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
Karlach and Will seem to have put their differences aside. I thought it was going to come to blows for a moment.
What can I do you for?
So, how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to actually kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
What do you know about the city of El Turel falling into Avernus?
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
I was curious about those supposed paladins of Tyr you want us to confront.
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
I knew it. No true paladins would act with such dishonor. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I truly don't know. This is all there has ever been for me. My past life is a complete haze of broken thoughts and memories. I remember only snippets of red.
It'll come back to you. Maybe you'll recognize something we passed, or maybe we'll find out what happened to you. I get the feeling we've got a long road ahead of us. I hope we find you some answers along the way. Why are we slowing down?
Do you think my missing memories and past are a result of the Mind Flayer tadpole?
I don't think so. At least, I still remember everything. In more detail than I wish. But, as for what's going on in your mind, no, maybe in mine, I'm certain there are answers out there. We'll find them together.
I'm also incomprehensibly drawn to violence and bloodshed. I fear these obsessions could become compulsions.
Well, look. You've said it, right out loud. That takes guts. The guts you'll need to change. Or at least make sure you're channeled in the right direction. I've got enough enemies who could do with a good bloodletting, you know?
A fair point. Let's head out.
Aces.